gorgeous element to use. The tree itself, again, I'd use that not just as a tree. I'd be chopping into some of these coils, maybe using them for corner pieces, maybe just using them to tuck behind larger dies that I've got featuring flowers. Now we are looking at £7.99, so we are now talking less than £4 for each of those dies. But we've only got 7. Only got 7 chances for you to get involved, so you need to be quick with this particular one. Lots of you shown an interest with this. You can see those quantities coming down, and that's what happens when we get to prices like that. Such an affordable price, I have to say. That's why now we've only got 3 left. Small quantities appearing today, so please with these, do get involved as soon as you possibly can. Don't want anybody to miss out on anything, so make sure you get involved as soon as you can. And some of the items you might want to go for multiples of. Don't know, well, you can't now. We've only got 1 left and it's gone.
Nice lock.
So here we go. If you got involved with that one, then you'd just be paying £7.99 plus your post and packing of £4.95. Now, if you've paid less than £8 for an item in Craft Price Drop, are you really going to want to pay £4.95 for your post and packing? I don't want to do that, and I'm sure you don't. So the way you can avoid that is becoming a Freedom member. Becoming a Freedom member is so simple. You can jump onto our main website. 88888 is the item number. You can even get involved by giving us a call. They can set that up. And what that means, for £4.97 per month in the UK, all your post and packing is included for a whole calendar month. So that means all that saving is yours to keep in your pocket. You don't have to pay out any post and packing. It's worth considering. And if you're watching internationally as well, we do have Freedom membership for our viewers in Europe and also in America too as well, but different kind of schedules with regards to payments, because we're talking dollars and euros. Check it out on the website. Now, have a look at this. Fabric bundles are always incredibly popular here at Craft Price Drop. I know we had some last night at 7 o'clock, and you had to be quick to get hold of them. Now, Mill Shop, they bring some beautiful fabrics, and they're fabrics that you can use for things like upholstery as well. So home decor, no-sew projects as well. It's Joe, I think, who comes and joins us from the Mill Shop, and he has some fabulous projects that he does for us. Now, this is a brilliant bundle. Now, fat quarters, you don't tend to think of as being fabrics other than quilting fabrics, because predominantly that's what we do. But of course, a fat quarter is a measurement. It's not actually a particular type of fabric, so why not? Here you've got kind of like a burlap or a hessian. That'd be fabulous as a base to perhaps go onto something like a dining room chair. Good sized pieces with these as well, so that would be adequate to do a chair base where you wanted to kind of support before you put your fabric in place. Or maybe you're going to be making those into little gift bags, little kind of hessian sacks to put gifts in them. Little bit of calico as well. Can't go far wrong with a bit of calico, can you? And then have a look at this one. This is brilliant because you have got almost like a ticking look with this one, where you've got those vertical stripes running through. But brilliant way to have to say with all of these. Gorgeous blues, dark blue in there as well. Really good thickness as well. Look at that. Can you hear it twanging? A little bit of a twang to it there. Love that. Now, I have to say, this is one of my favourites. Have a look at this one. It's got little postcards featuring on this. Now, this is big enough for you to do a cushion front quite easily, and a big cushion as well. So maybe you've got an antique looking chair, maybe you've got a wing back chair, maybe a leather chair that you're wanting to make a cushion for. This would be fabulous. You could even take that calico within the bundle and back your cushion, because that would work really well. Or maybe take one of the other fabrics in here. But the quality that you've got from this is incredible. Now, I know when Joe's done shows before, he's actually shown us how to do things like pin boards and notice boards. Again, you could be doing that with this. And what a brilliant idea to go into your kitchen or into your office space and have this as a notice board with all of those bills, not those, well, I say all those envelopes, not the horrible bills that come in the brown envelopes. You never know they've got, well, you always know they've got not good news in them, have you, when they come in a brown envelope with a window. Again, a lovely base there, fabric too as well. And look at this one. It's almost like a tweed with a fabulous check in there. What an elegant look, but what a fabulous cushion cover as well. Our cameras don't always like that kind of print, but it's not been too bad there. Can send you, it's a bit like a check with that one, isn't it? Like I want to say tartan, but it's not a tartan really. It's not a dog tooth one, because, well, there's a little, yeah, houndstooth or dog tooth. Yeah, a little bit, because you've got it there in the little squares there as well. I think in America they call it houndstooth. I've done that one, haven't I? Move that one around. Oh, there, this one's nice. This is a really good weight. You know, deck chairs, how you've got that lovely heavyweight canvas. This is similar to this one. So I think this would be a brilliant one for maybe making a bag with as well. And don't forget, Craft Price Shop, you can go for multiples of these. So if you want to make a larger tote bag, put down 2 allocations for these and you will get enough to do your front and your back, or maybe just a smaller bag you could be making with those. And then finally, you've got this fabulous one here. Again, a lovely foundation base for you. This one's a little bit like a lightweight canvas. So you can see it's quite wispy. This is a nice one again as a foundation fabric that you might want to use to line a chair or something like that. Now, we've got lots of people interested with these already, so we've got to get that price dropping, haven't we? Let's have a little look. £30 instantly. You're saving £6.50. We're talking 8 different pieces of fabric here. £30 being your price. That is a brilliant bundle, I have to say, because of the quality and the weight of these fabrics. You'll be able to use them in so many different ways. Now, of course, if you want to get a hold of these, I will let you know it works out about £3.75 per piece of fabric. Not bad at all, is it? Now 309 730, that is the item number for you to get involved. Beauty of this bundle is so many of those different elements work together as well. That is the key thing. And you've got a lovely set there. You've got things like your calico and your backing fabrics in there. You've also got your focal point fabric there, and so many different ways you'll be able to use these. You might have something in mind at the moment. Do get hold of them though, because they're good staple fabrics to have in your stash that you can go to when you have the occasion that you need to make something for a specific purpose. Upcycling is very much in vogue at the moment. I was here with Joe Channon yesterday with some of those fabulous glitter paints that we were working with. Fabrics like these would be perfect to change the chair pad on something. Have a look at that. All of them now come to you for way less than £20. Wow. That is not bad at all, is it? I'm in the wrong place here. As a sewer, I really need to be adding these into my basket, but I've not got my phone, I've not got my laptop or my tablet. I can't get involved, but you can. You can take advantage of these. And I certainly would be, because the quality that you've got with these is impeccable. Even if you're not necessarily thinking of doing home decor projects with these, sometimes you just want a little bit of fabric, a little bit of that burlap or that hessian, just to do a lovely little ribbon to work with projects that you're working on. And of course, lots of these will die cut to perfection, especially if you've got things like your mixed media dies or maybe your steel rule dies that Sizzix bring to us with those big dies. Lots of scope, and the price is still continuing to drop down. Now, bringing those quantities in, I've got no idea how many we've got of these. Oh, that's not looking good, is it? We've only got 5 chances. Now, if you want to get involved with these, you are going to need to be quick, because as soon as we bring in quantities of 5 or below, then they get snapped up. People realise that they have to be quick. Instantly there, 2 disappeared. Those 3 aren't going to hang about for long. So if you're not already on the phone lines, you're not getting onto the website, you could miss out on these, especially if you bear in mind somebody might go for a couple of these at the same time. They're going to get snapped up. We're going to have to move on, but please get hold of yours while you have the chance. £19.73 for 3 big pieces of fabric, and they've all gone. Thanks to everyone involved. So well done if you manage to get hold of those. They are fabulous fabrics. You're going to love those. Talking of fabrics, jump over onto my Facebook page if you are on Facebook. I've recently uploaded a video relating to some fabrics that I'm going to be bringing to you on Wednesday morning. Light reactive fabrics. What's that all about? Check it out and see. Really interesting. Just had loads of fun with Yanis bringing that to you. But before you do and have a look at that, do stay with us here, Craft Price Drop, and take advantage of these savings. Now, this is brilliant value because you've got 3 die sets, but within each of these you have got 3 dies. And these are edgeabilities. These are designed to literally cut onto the edge of your cardstock. So they're not necessarily going to cut right through your cardstock and detach themselves from the main piece of card. They're going to give you a decorative edge, but a big decorative edge. Look at the length of these dies. Gorgeous. Coming to you by Spellbinder, so we know that we've got quality with regards to these, but so many fabulous designs. We've got fleur-de-lis in here, we've got flowers, we've got pinprick detail with these. We've even got some fabulous little butterflies, as you can see as well. Now, the price that we've got on your screen there, it works out at £18.96 per die, which is brilliant value for money, because in each of them you've got 3 dies, and they are big dies, big long dies. But of course, it's Craft Price Drop. We're not going to pay that price. We're going to bring that price down. And that's exactly what we're doing. Lots of you getting involved already. you know that we're going to have a fabulous price with regards to these. 673178, £56.88, slashed down to £37.92 in a heartbeat. Now what this means is you're actually in effect buying 2 of those dies at that price that we spoke of at the start price, and you're getting that third one as a bonus. But have a look at these fine detail, pinprick detail, but then you've got embossed detail with these as well. And you can see you can use them alongside your classic edges. So if you did invest in those previously, then you can use these to get some wonderful results. You've got 1-inch repeats on these, so perfect for you to line these up. So if you do want to make a longer decorative piece, perhaps to go on a scrapbook paper page, then no issue whatsoever. Geometric designs, daisies, polka dots. I do like my polka dots, I must admit. Little butterflies, and don't forget all of these elements that are falling away, like the little tiny butterflies there. You can be keeping those elements and perhaps using them as things like confetti, maybe to go and use shaker cards and so on. The one with the diamonds on, that's brilliant because you've got little ribbon slits in there, which mean you can actually feed through paper ribbon or in fact your fabric ribbons too as well. Should we turn these around and have a closer look at those dies? Don't forget, keep an eye on that price, because while I'm chatting to you, that price will continue to drop down. Now, as we look at these dies, you will see the cutting edge that you've got on these will vary dependent on the die that you're looking at. If you've got a solid edge, then it's going to cut into your cardstock. These particular ones at the moment, right, okay, so I'm going to explain to you what we've got here. It's working on the edge, but you can see we haven't got any harsh lines with these ones. So they're not going to detract from your card. So if you put them on the edge of an A4 card, you will have that scallop detail as an embossed ridge, and then you'll have all that cut detail in there. They do work alongside a set of dies that Spellbinders bought to us that will do that cut edge for you, but I don't want you to get hold of these and think they're going to cut out of your cardstock as well. You have got a nice smooth line there, so it's nice and easy, so it's not a difficult one to chop into if you wanted to, but these would go on a straight edge but not cut that edge. Does that make sense? I hope it does so. But you've got all that finer detail inside that is going to cut into them. And that is the same with each one of these. So just to let you know, they're not going to cut the edge, but they are going to cut the detail and emboss that outer edge as well. So a fabulous effect you're going to get with these. 673178 is the item number for you to get involved with, and already we have dropped that price down from £56.88 to £37.92, but we're not going to stop there. Oh no, we're going to continue to bring that price down. Where is it going to go? Oh my goodness, wow, £18.96. Now that figure is familiar. That's the price for one. So one of these dies you're paying for, the other 2 are coming to you as a bonus now. That is amazing. So you're paying for 3 of those strips and getting 6 as a bonus. Wow, that is incredible. Brilliant value for money. You can get some wonderful results. Now turn these around and then you can see the results that you can get. And do check out, because if you have got the Spellbinders dies with those cut edges, then these are the kind of results that you would get. If you've not got them, then those detail that you've got on the edge of those dies, so the scalloped edges, these fabulous little kind of edges that you've got here, it's like a square bracket kind of shape, isn't it? That would emboss into your cardstock. You'll still have your flat edge of your A4 card or your 6x6 or whatever size you're working with, but all of that cut area where you've got the white showing through, that is your cut detail. So you're still going to get the polka dots, you're still going to get that ribbon weave, still going to get those fabulous little butterflies, and you're going to have a lovely embossed edge with regards to these. But if you have got the corresponding dies, then to cut the edge, then you'll have that scalloped edge. Quantities coming in. Where are we these? I've got no idea. Half a dozen? Ooh, that's not a lot, is it? Not when you're looking at less than £20, way less than £20. We're talking £18.96. The price for one of these, but you are getting all 3. Now, lots of you getting involved with these, and lots of you being Freedom members today here at Craft Price Drop. And to be honest, in my personal opinion, it's the only way to shop at Craft Price Drop. Don't pay any more for your post and packing that you need to. And of course, you might get involved today at Craft Price Drop and pay that £4.95. Come back tomorrow. I'm not sure who's bringing you Craft Price Drop tomorrow morning, but then you've got to pay another £4.95. Over 2 days, you have more than covered the cost of your Freedom membership. And then you've still got the rest of the month where you can take advantage. They've all gone.
Price lock.
Thank you to everyone that got involved. You bagged a bargain there. £18.96. Beautiful dies. You're going to be thrilled with those when you get them through. Now, More dies to share with you. And this is often what we find here at Craft Price Shop. We come across dies that maybe you've not seen before, maybe you have seen them before, but when they were released, the affordability wasn't there for you. Perhaps your crafty pennies wouldn't stretch that far, or they were part of a larger bundle and you didn't want the other elements within the bundle, so you left it for the time being. Well, now is the time perhaps to snap up some of these. Now with these, we are talking 2 dies. We are talking houndtooth, which we saw just a few moments ago within that fabric, and look at this one for a fabulous design, a lacy twisted palm, and that's the result that you are going to get. Now it's one of those dies that will cut, emboss, and then of course if you do want to ink through, you can. So you've got your open spaces, and that's the kind of result that you would get. But have a look at this embossed detail that you've got here. Now it is a die, so you're not sandwiching your cardstock, but you are getting that incredible detail. Fabulous relief there, as you can see. And of course you've got innies and outies with these as well, so the detail that you've got on the front showing you as it is there. On the other side, if I flip it round, you will see you've got different details, so 2 looks for the price of one almost with those. Do you like that idea? Also with this set you are going to get 3 dies in total, 2 die sets. You've got 1 die creating that fabulous strip, which is lovely because you can actually cut multiples of those and have them running end to end. This particular one I do like there because you've got your innie and your outie. Rectangle dies, very, very useful. So you could emboss this maybe straight direct onto the front of a card front. Folded card, get that detail on there, good to go. Or maybe you want to do a matte and layer, well you can do that too as well. Wow, £17.15 for both of those. That is a brilliant saving. That really is an incredible saving. That's the kind of price that you would be more than happy to pay for that beautiful decorative die that you've got there, or in fact the background, whichever way you look at it. But you're getting all of those dies, all 3, 2 from your background and your die there, as you can see from that lovely twisted palm detail. Absolutely gorgeous. Of course, when you're working with these designs, you can chop into them as well. So when you look at this one here, you could quite easily just take your scissors, trim in there, trim around there, and you've got a fabulous, almost like a little butterfly detail featuring there. Interlock those hearts as well that you can see there. What an elegant look, and you can see from there where you've got that embossed detail. And of course the open areas are allowing you to apply your inks if you so choose. Price is changing again. Oh my goodness, wow. £12.99, really? Spellbinders dies? Phenomenal prices we're bringing to you here at Craft Price Shop. But of course it's a sunny day out there. We need to thank you for being with us during these the time when you could be outside. But to be honest, we're bringing those savings. You can go out in the garden later. Make sure you're back in by 7 o'clock tonight though, because we've got another Craft Price Drop. But £12.99, that's what you're going to be paying for these 2 fabulous dies. They come in a storage wallet as well, so you have got somewhere where you can pop those dies and then you know that they are protected. Andrew, it's good to have your company this morning. You are involved with this auction. Now we're bringing the quantities in. How many have we got of these? I don't know, but I can tell you. 4. Ooh, there's not many left, is it? Ooh, you might have to be quick with this one. If you do like the idea of these, then do get involved. Lots of you getting involved. I think maybe in your head you were thinking, like, if they get down to £13, I'm going to get involved. Lots of you getting involved now. Website and also on the phone lines as well. Julie, you've got hold of yours, so yeah, you're okay. Don't worry. 2 chances though. 2 opportunities left for you to get involved before that price gets locked in. As soon as that quantity goes to 0, that's it. The price on your screen is the price that you pay. And Gillian, you have got in and got that last one. Thanks for locking in that price, Gillian.
Lock.
And guess what? Everybody was a Freedom member. You all took advantage of that fabulous saving and didn't pay a penny more with your post and packing. That fills my heart with joy to know that you haven't. I'm just like you, I'm a crafter that wants a bargain. And I don't know whether you're a bit like me, that when you go onto a website and you have to pay post and packing up to a certain figure, I make my basket up to that figure, whether it's stuff that I want or not. It probably ends up costing me more in the long run than just kind of going for that post and packing. But by being a Freedom member, I, the same as you, know that I don't have to pay any more with regards to my post and packet. And don't forget all of the other benefits of being a Freedom member as well. Discounted prices as well, events that come up that you can take advantage of. So it's definitely worth taking care of. Now have a look at these. These are gorgeous. Now we are talking about Just Right. Just Right in a fabulous company, I have to say. They bring us all sorts of wonderful things, and these are beautiful. We're talking about greetings from Paris and ooh la la, French frills. Do like these. Now, two different styles of stamps, and we are busy for these already, and we haven't even started dropping that price down. I have to say, I adore this stamp place. You have got some classic stars in here, stars that are going to be you'll be crafting with for many years to come. I'm going to turn these round as well because we are looking at red rubber stamps. So the quality is there with regards to these. So you can see there you've got that fabulous element there that's going to show you that the Paris and all those different mentions there. Down at the bottom there you've got that postcard element, so you can see you can be making up your own postcards. It's actually going to put that detail in and your franking machine label there as well. You've got 37 stamps in total with these. Now, I just want to point something out to you as well, because when I first looked at this, I was thinking, oh, I've got a stamp that does all that postcard. You don't need a stamp to do all the postcard because, of course, you can get your blending tool in to create that ombre effect going around the edge there, but then you just put the detail in on top of that. So you've got your postcard and that border and the, kind of the vertical there, and you've got your franking label there, which, of course, you will see there. So there's your vertical. There's where it says your carte postale. Is that French for postcard then? I'm guessing so. Yeah, it's got to be French, hasn't it? It's got to be. We could say anything. I didn't even get my GCSE. There you go. You can see the chevrons are in. Where are we going to go with this price? This is our first drop, and we're dropping right the way down to £18.50 already. Now works out at 50 pence per stamp. Now have a look at these. This is the second stamp set that you're going to get. Going just right, but this time we are talking clear stamps. And I love this because you've got that mannequin. With your mannequin stand, as you can see there, and you can interchange those bodices, as you can see. Smooches. Oh, what's a bit saucy on a Sunday morning, isn't it? Cute, so sassy. Oh, that's very, very... Felicitations. Oh, you are loved. Thank you. I love those fonts there. Gorgeous. Again, these, lots of detail with these. Perfect for you to use in a variety of different ways. Clear stamps are sometimes out. And these, again, these would work with those little paper pads that we had earlier on. Like these ones where you've got those frames, because the actual sentiment isn't attached to the frame, so you can interchange them not only within this particular set, but also other stamp sets that you quite possibly have at home. Definitely a good set to go for. And you're going to get that one and that other fabulous set, Greetings from Paris, at the same time. At the moment, £18.50. £9.25. Not a bad price, is it? Not a bad price at all. But we're not going to be paying that. Bring the price down. Wow. Now this is getting interesting. £9.99 for all of these. How many stamps were we talking about a few moments ago? We've got a huge quantity of stamps on here. 37 stamps for less than £10, and we're talking Just Right stamps. 27 pence per stamp. Oh my goodness, that's a bargain if ever I saw one. This is one of those sets that even if you've not got an opportunity to use it this moment, you're thinking, I don't know how I will use them. Get hold of them, because yesterday we were talking about home decor. Joe Channon was doing a makeover on a dining room chair. These are the kind of stamps that you could be actually using on little sets of drawers perhaps that you've picked up. Maybe you're revamping a project. You could build these up. These would be fabulous on your rice papers. I know rice papers are always incredibly popular, especially when we have got these kind of vintage themes with them. You could stamp this onto a rice paper that you've created, and then take that rice paper, then apply that to a drawer front or a frame or a project. MDF boxes. These are going to be brilliant, and you can be making your own postcards. 9 chances, 9 opportunities. We are getting incredibly busy for this one. I'm not surprised. Lots of you taking advantage of this already. You can see names appearing at the bottom of the screen, and have you noticed they are all Freedom members, taking advantage of that saving and keeping that saving in their pocket. But I've got a feeling it's not going to be there long, because the bargains that we bring you here at Craft Price Drop mean that you're going to take advantage of those 4 chances. Wow, these have gone so quickly. Thank you for joining me this morning. Do appreciate having your company, and I love the fact that I'm able to bring all of these wonderful deals to you for you to take advantage of. 3 chances, 3 opportunities. Snap those up while you have the opportunity, and the price is still dropped down. You can see there £9.99 it was. It's down to £9.67 now. 2 chances to get involved. Is it you? Are you going to get involved with this one? Are you going to lock that price in for everybody? Will you be that final person to get involved? As soon as that last opportunity gets snapped up, the price will be locked in and everybody will be paying that last price. And you can see we're not far off that point because we've only got 1 chance left, 1 opportunity for you to get involved. And it's been snapped up. Thanks to you, Barbara. You did it. You snapped that last one up. Oh, I did like that set. That's a really useful set. You're going to love that one when you get home. £9.67. That's the price that you all paid, even if you got involved right at the top of the auction. And again, low quantities, that's what we often find. Here at Craft Price Drop, we have lots of companies that get involved when they've got kind of products that maybe come to the end of their run. Quite often when people are manufacturing dies, they'll have a specific amount of run that they will have, but they won't get it remanufactured. They'll move on to other designs. So this is a brilliant place to snap those up. We don't always see items again though, so it is sometimes an idea to snap them up while you have the chance, because we might not see them again. I've not seen these here before, and I have to say they're fabulous. We've got little snails on these. What a brilliant idea. We're talking Lovecraft. We're talking 6 cotton half-metre pieces featuring snails. And have a look, the little snails on here. Little cuties, some going to the left, some going to the right. This is a nice one for your paper piecing as well, because you've got a small repeat with these. You'd be able to make bindings with these as well, because again, a small repeat, small size pattern means that when you are cutting your strips and you're folding those edges up, you don't lose any detail. You'll still be able to see that you've got little snails featuring there. Now, £47.99 will get you all 6 of these. You've got pastel tones in there. Some of these you could actually add, if you've got fabric pens or fabric glitters, things like that, you could actually add detail to these as well. But nice combinations there. We've got bright, vibrant tones with these. We've got more subdued tones, lovely pastels as well. And you've kind of got where you've got fabrics that are going to work together. So the pinks there, the pink and the lilac, they would work really well together. I like those two coming together. I like the red and the blue together as well. And then the green, I think the green would work really well with that one too as well. I think they work nice together. But of course you can mix them up into whatever combination you like. They're your fabrics. Price is dropping down. We'll get that price, that first price drop in place, and then I'll show you the size of those pieces. But we're talking half a metre of each of them. £34.95. Really good drop to start with. Sure, we can get a little bit more though. We will. Let's have a look at those pieces. Now, when we say half a metre, it's half a metre of each of those. We're not talking about one of those all coming together, or should I say all of those coming together for half a metre piece. So this is the size piece that you're going to get. So it's a good span. It's a good filler fabric as well. So if you are wanting to use it for your sashing and your binding, then you can do. And this is exactly what I mean. I'm going to show you what I mean as a sewer. If you are doing things like your bias binding, you'll be cutting your strips. Oops-a-daisy, let me lay that down there. You'll be cutting your strips perhaps maybe an inch or so wide. Then you'll need to fold over an edge, and then you'll fold it. And you can see there, you can still see that they are snails. Sometimes if you do that with a larger print fabric, you'll lose that detail. And of course that could sit on the edge of another fabric and create a fabulous edging. It'd make a nice binding as well. We are talking cotton as well. I would pre-wash this one because it is quite a sturdy cotton. So to get the fluidity into the fabric, I'd give it a quick little wash before you start using it. And that will just make it a little bit more fluid with regards to the design. These are fabulous ones for lining fabrics as well. So it might be that you're recycling denims and things like that, then you can actually use this on the inside. Can't find me folding lines, there we go. That's what I was trying to do, make it all neat and tidy. Now you are going to get all of these. So we are talking 6 half metres, so 3 metres in total. Okay, 3 metres overall at £33.87. So we're talking about £11 a metre, which is brilliant value for the quality that we've got there. And sometimes that meterage price is a kind of our yardstick as to how we can govern if we've got a good deal or not. But that price is coming down again. £22.94. 6 metres now works out at, wait for this, £7.64 per metre. That is a brilliant price. Fabulous price, I have to say. Bear in mind, sometimes, I wouldn't say that this is quilting cotton. £12.99, that's what you'd be paying, £15.99 sometimes for quilting cotton. But this is a fabulous cotton fabric that you could be using. Things like your bags. Again, if you wash it, you were going to get that softer feel to it. So I would definitely, at that point, think that you could use it with your quilts, which is why I mentioned that. Some of them are feeling as if they're a little bit sturdy. You know how sometimes when fabrics come to you, they've got that kind of manufacturer's starchy feel to them? Throw them into the washing machine quite easily and that will soften up and then it'll be ready to use. And I think, especially looking at this one here, you've got much more fluid feel to it, more so perhaps than the red one that you've got here. So that is going to mean that I think you would then be able to use these either for your English paper piecing or maybe your sashing or your bindings. Price is down again. Oh, no. Oh, as a sewer, that is so frustrating. What are you trying to do to me? Bringing the price down to £19.95. £20 for, oh, well, less than £20 for 4 fabrics. No, try again. 6 fabrics. I'm in shock. I can't even count. 6 half metres, so we're talking 3 metres now for £19.97. £6.65 a metre. Wow. That is brilliant. And as I said, you can quite easily pay £15 for a metre of quilt fabric. Quantities are coming in. Imagine if you're creating something for the kids. Again, you could use these for notice boards, as we've spoken of. There could be tidies for the bedroom, where you're putting something on the back of the door for them to put their books in and things. Tidying up in kids, am I being a bit yeah, they do sometimes, don't they? Yeah, of course they do. You could be making little bags with these, changing bags with these, all sorts of different fabulous things. And when you've only got 4 quantities available, you need to be quick. Don't forget, if you go for multiples of these, you will end up with a full metre of each one of those fabrics there. So that's something worth considering as well. So if you are looking at doing larger projects, then that might be an idea to do that. But please do it quick because we've only got 2 of those left. 2 chances for you to get involved, 2 opportunities before we move on to our last auction. Not our last auction, our next auction.
Price lock.
Those prices have been locked in. Everybody pays that lowest price of £19.95. You're going to love those fabrics when they come through to you. If you only went for 1 set, I think you might be kicking yourself. You might wish that you'd gone for a double up, but hey ho, maybe not. Now we're talking card making again, we're talking dies. And these are brilliant. These are very clever design dies brought to us by Tonic. And what these do is they cut and emboss, but what they do is they help you create your card base. So in the centre here, you can see you've got your information sheet which shows you take your cardstock, lay your die down, cut it through, and then what you actually find is that right at the end there, it shows you your card base that you're going to be able to create. So we're looking as a stepper style card. Oh, this is the OSC, right? Okay, hold on. There we go. I had to figure out what was going on there. Right, that makes sense now. So that's your instruction sheet. So it's going to show you 6 steps. That's all you need to take to get your card base. Down at the bottom here, it's showing you different combinations of how you're going to use these. So you know, even if you've not seen these demonstrated, using any of these machines, this is the kind of sandwich you make. I know I refer to these. I'm not talking about cheese and pickle. I'm talking about using your die cutting machine and that platform combination that you make. Oh, cheese and pickle. It's coming up to 12 o'clock. That sounds like a proposition, doesn't it? So that's your instruction sheet. That's going to come. You don't have to worry if you haven't seen the shows with Jodie and Paola. Obviously, they come to us from Tonic and they create with these fabulous dies. Don't worry if you didn't see the shows. In fact, Jodie's got a wealth of tutorials on her YouTube channel and Facebook page, so it might be worth checking those out. Now, before we go into the dies in further detail, let's have a look at that price. £35.97 being your start price. We're bringing it right the way down to, wow, below £20. Now, I've got a little card here that somebody has been creating on our behalf. This is the kind of result you can get. Now, obviously, it's waiting for embellishment, but you know how to embellish your cards, but that gives you an idea of how you can create with these cards. So you can see it's going to allow you to do all those cut lines to get all of those dies in place, and away you go. So let's move that out of the way and explain to you what we've got here with the dies. So the die sets, they come to you where you've got these dies which are going to cut. So these are going to do your cut detail. And the embossing folder that is behind that sheet, if I move that out of the way, you will see will actually emboss your detail in there. So you take your A4 cardstock, you pop it in your wallet like so. So you are going to need an A4 die cutting machine to use this. And those raised lines there are going to put the impression into your cardstock for you to know exactly where those dies need to go. And then all you do is you take those dies and dependent on the final result that you want, you lay those dies down. So for instance over here you've got that curve. So the curve from this design here, whoops, it's just inside there, let's pull that out. You would lay that down as instructed to do so and it will cut that curve. But of course your A4 cardstock is going to be opened out. So it's going to cut that curve out, obviously that's the mirror version of it. Cut that shape out like so, and when it's teamed up with those score lines, it gives you the areas that you need to score and fold your card. Couldn't be easier. Then you can go to town with your decoration. Then you can get involved with all your fabulous papers, maybe your dies that you've picked up here at Craft Price Drop as well. And you can even emboss your cardstock before you put it through that larger folder if you wanted to. And don't worry, it comes with full instructions. So if I've waffled on and you're like, what on earth did she say there? You can sit back and relax and create with these at your leisure. Now we've got 14 chances of these. Now you might be thinking, well, some of those auctions we've looked at, they've brought the quantity in and it's been much lower than that. I'm going to sit back and relax for a bit. Well, by all means, please do so, but don't be disappointed if you miss out on these. It's a very useful set of dies, and again it's one of those ones to have that perhaps when your crafting mojo has left you and you're not too sure how to get started, start off with that embossed line. And I know how canny you crafters are. You could even be creating with these, chopping in with your scissors or your craft knives, making those angular cards if you wanted to, or team them up with the dies for those decorative edges. It's entirely up to you. It's your die set. Diana, Susan, you have got involved with these as well. You are going to love these, I have to say. But of course, £19.95. Was that our first drop with these? I think we're due a second drop with these because £19.95 is a brilliant price, don't get me wrong. It's Craft Price Drop, we want to bring those prices down as low as we possibly can. Now, if you got in nice and early, then that price on your screen there, £35.97, is not what you'd be paying. You weren't even going to be paying that £20 price, or just below £20, because now we are talking less than £15 for 2 sets of dies and your embossing folder to lay down those score lines. These are brilliant to work with. So quickly and easily you can get those score lines in place. Now, and think about it, in the past when you've done your kind of side stepper cards, and you have to do the measurements, don't you? And sometimes you pick up the details online and it's giving you inches. I don't work very well with inches. I'm not very good on my 3/4 of an inch or my 1/8 or 1/16 of an inch. My head gets a little bit muddled with it. Even with the centimetres. You can find that in the time that it takes for you to actually lay out those lines, drawing those pencil lines, which then you have to rub out when you made your card, you would lay down that embossing folder, get those lines in place, and then you can just pop those dies down if you want those decorative edges, and you're good to go. Then you can get onto the bit that we enjoy as crafters. The building that card up, getting the flowers in place, getting the butterflies laid down, getting those inky textures in place, using those gilding polishes, those waxes, getting the effects that we want to make that masterpiece that we then want to give to somebody. We've only got 5 chances though. You need to be quick with this one. You could even run a class or a workshop using these. And incidentally, if you want to go for multiples because of that, because you've got more people crafting with them, then you can do. But if you do want to do that, please be as quick as you can, because we've only got 4 chances. Did warn you that they wouldn't hang around long. We've lost 10 from the moment that we brought that quantity in just a few moments, so it doesn't take long. When you've seen a deal as good as the deal that we've got on the screen there for you, you will snap those up, and I know you will, because you're crafters just like me, and we can't resist a bargain, can we? Not when you look at that start price and you look at that you're saving £10, at least £10 with these ones. That's £10 that I could be spending on my food and membership, then I haven't got to pay any post and packing. Or £10 that I could be paying spending on another auction. 1 chance. It's gone.
Price lock.
Thank you to everyone who got involved. Really useful set. You're going to love those when you get those through. Bagged a bargain there as well, guys. £14.95. Well done. You'll like those. You certainly will. Now, if you've got your card bases and you're creating a fabulous layout, then guess what? Oh, yes. We are talking spellbinders. Now, whenever we have spellbinders dies on, I put my glasses on. Got a little bit of a ritual. Put my glasses on and we look at the packaging because, oh gosh, they need a bit of a clean, those. Looks like a foggy day. Hold on, let's have a look what we've got here. So we are talking now, that one is labelled 39. That one is labelled 39 and that one too is labelled 39. Now this excites me when we've got them all on the same level, the same design, labelled 39. You might be thinking, okay, what is she talking about? What it means is that each one of these sets works together. Do you remember those borders that I was talking about earlier on? And I said to you, if you've got the cut edge that works with these, you're going to get a different result. Well, with these, you don't have to look any further because they are all included. See that gorgeous layout there that you've got with this die? It's a large label, and spellbinders have had lots of different labels that they've brought to us, and they tended to use that phrase because you can see there, you can create labels to go on the centre of your cards to house your sentiments. But as you will see from each one of these sets, you've got multiple dies. You've got, where am I, 13 dies in total. Now these are 13 dies that are going to interchange because this particular die, you see how you've got that area, that outline? Well, have a look at this one too as well. It is identical. Absolutely perfect. So that means you could cut that one out as your base, cut that one out as your topper, and they will marry up perfectly. They'll fit together beautifully. In the centre of this one, again, you've got that little peak in the middle there, which we've just seen echoing. You will have a smaller die in each of these sets, which again you can use in conjunction with that one. They're going to mash together and give you lots of possibilities, and we are able to bring them all to you in one bundle at Craft Price Drop. This is the reason why I get excited, because we could just bring 2 of those to you, or 1 of those, or perhaps different labels, different numbers, but they're not going to all necessarily work together. You don't have to look any further. We're bringing them to you all as a bundle, and all for £39.99 now. £55.80. Don't get me wrong, that's a brilliant price because you've got all those different dies, 13 dies that you can be able to interchange and use so many ways together. Should we start getting some of these out so as I can illustrate what I'm saying? Because I know when I talk, I ramble on a bit sometimes, and I know I do, and I do apologise, but I get excited. And I know sometimes when I say these things, people are like, I don't quite get what you mean. So this is why I like to get these dies out of the boxes. Shana doesn't like me getting them out because she has to put more back in, bless her. And she's got to get the next of the auctions ready as well. Oh, bless her, she's just said in my ear she doesn't mind. Now, look at the detail that you've got from these to start with. So that is just one of those sets, okay? Now, if I wanted, and that's a lovely frame, now I might want to think to myself, you know what, I'd like a bit of silver cardstock to go behind there. How do I get that? Well, what you do is you take your solid die that you've got, and you can see that inner line is going to marry up perfectly with that one that you've got there. So that means I can take my silver mirror card, cut out another one. It's going to be a solid piece that I can then pop behind, and I've got my mats and layers. It might be that, I don't know, it could be that I want to do that, get a silver layer, but then I want to have an inner frame. Or I might want to go a little bit smaller, then I can interchange it, but that outside line is going to marry up every single time, and that's what you've got with these. Some of them are a little bit more solid, so for instance this particular one here, the inner line isn't a cutting line, so that means that when you actually cut it out, in fact, that's the same with that larger one, just so when you cut it out, it's got a solid centre, but somebody's taken the inner die and actually cut that away. So originally it looked like that. What they've done then is take the corresponding die to cut out and create a frame, and that's what you can do with this set. This is why I talk about getting excited when we've got all the dies there in one lot for you to get. And then we haven't even opened that package of the centre one there, but again, that is going to work up, work in conjunction. You've got the accents there, creating those corners. Brilliant saving, I have to say. £37.78. We're busy for these ones. You are loving these. Decorative detail that you've got from these is incredible. They're going to cut, they're going to emboss, and of course you can get your inks through those too as well if you're wanting to. But already that price has come down. It's come down from £55.80, which is a good price. Really good price. It's dropped down to £37.78. We've got Freedom members getting involved with these already. Price on your screen is not the price that you're going to be paying though. Oh no, we haven't got the quantities in. That's the way that I know that that price is going to come down. I don't know how far it's going to come down. I don't know how many we've got of these. But what I do know is that we've not finished with this one yet. We haven't. Chevrons are back in. Price is coming down. We're rapidly running out of time during this hour. Goes so quickly. Oh my goodness, no way. Really? Less than £20 for 13 dies that are going to work so well together. This is a definite to go for. Now, if you are a new die cutter, And this is going to sound a little bit of a daft thing to say, but even if you've not got a die cutting machine yet and you know you are going to get one in the future, maybe you've got an upcoming birthday, maybe you're thinking as far ahead as Christmas, these deals that we've got with regards to dies, we're going to stand you in good stead for building up that crafty stash of dies before you even get your die cutting machine. So don't think you have to get your die cutting machine first and then get these. When you've got savings like that on your screen, snap them up. I know it just sounds a bit back to front, but you might have a friend who's got a die cutting machine already. They might let you borrow that until you get your own. I'm sure if you were to say, can I cut out some of these? Can I come round to yours? I'll bring cake. We'll have coffee and we'll have a massive die cutting session, and they will use those dies to cut their own shapes too as well. What a fabulous way of spending an afternoon. 8 opportunities to get hold of these. That's all that we've got left. Gail, you've taken advantage of these. You are going to love them. David, you've got involved with these as well. And I think pretty much everybody's been a Freedom member getting involved with this particular one as well. Nigel, good afternoon, my dear. I hope you are very well. Nigel runs Craft Price Drop Fans. It's a Facebook group which you're not a member of already, then please, I do urge you to go and have a little look on there. I'm on there. A lot of the guys here from Hochanda are there. If you've got any questions that you need to ask, we had some people bringing some points up recently with regards to copyright and using design. Do you find, by the way, with these dies, you can use these to make your projects and sell them. 5 opportunities, 4 chances left now. That's all that you've got with these. When you're looking at prices like £19.95, you need to snap these up as soon as you possibly can. Last 3 opportunities now, do not miss out. That centre die is going to emboss detail, which then you can cut out using that outer parameter die as well, incidentally. You can see you've not got open spaces on that die. So if you are wondering what that die does, it's going to put that embossed detail in, but then you can cut it out. We've only got 2 chances left with these. 2 chances, 2 opportunities. This is our last auction of this session. We've got more shows coming up, of course. 7 o'clock tonight, Yanis will be coming up with some fabulous deals. 1 chance, though. We can't say goodbye to it until it's been snapped up. I know it's going to be snapped up. 1 chance, and you've taken it. Marion, thanks so much. You've locked that price in for us.
Price lock.
And Marion, you have picked up a deal there as well. Along with everybody. Doesn't matter when you got involved, whether it was right at the top of the auction or you were like Marion and you got in right at the end. But the thing is, when Marion got in, somebody may well have missed out. You have to be quick. Now, of course, our session, you can see, I've got nothing left to bring to you. Our session has drawn to a close. But as I've mentioned, Craft Price Drop, we come to you every single day. There'll be another online show, so that will be here tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock. I don't know who will be there with you. It won't be me, because I hopefully will be out enjoying the sunshine. But of course, you don't have to wait that long. 7 o'clock this evening, you can get involved. And then again, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Don't forget, as I mentioned, Freedom members, you definitely need to have that Freedom membership, whether you're watching from the UK, whether you're watching from America or Europe. Make sure that you've taken advantage of that, and make sure that you fill your baskets, but check your baskets out. That is the key thing, to take advantage of those savings. Don't forget, you will be generating that £10 credit as well, and after the 8th of May, 6 o'clock in the evening, you'll be able to start spending those. Check out on the website for all the terms and conditions. I've thoroughly enjoyed spending the last couple of days with you, so thank you for your company. If you fancy joining me at 1 o'clock, I will be teaming up with Jodie and the one day special.
Minute. Everybody pays.